How do you see the NFC West shaking out? What do you think of that, Mike?
Well, I think injuries are going to have a lot to do with it. I know Peter King has the Rams getting to the Super Bowl and winning it. My concern is, and we've already seen it happen, Cam Akers out for the year. Really hurts the running game. Matthew Stafford's had an injury history. He plays through a lot of injuries, but he's had some injuries he can't play through. When you put so many eggs in so few baskets with Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Matthew Stafford, star players, and you give up so many draft picks and you put pressure on yourself to draft right and make good decisions, hope that you can build depth with your remaining draft picks after you've traded them away for established players, do you have that depth? And when you don't have the cap space to go out and sign good, solid, veteran-level backups and you're relying on young guys to step up, I worry about the Rams. I think that the 49ers, if they can stay healthy, are going to be very good. I don't like the quarterback ambiguity. I'd like them to pick a horse and stick with it. The Seahawks, under Shane Waldron running the offense, I think will be very good like they were last year. The question is, can they sustain it? So I say I'd go Seahawks, 49ers, Rams right now. Very, very tightly jammed together, and all three may make the playoffs. And then there's the Cardinals, and I think the Cardinals, if they don't make the playoffs, I think they'll be one of the teams looking for a new coach come January.
Why do you say that?
Well, when you look at the history of the Cardinals, they've been around for over 100 years. They've never had a coach last longer than 6 years. Two guys made it 6 years, Jim Hanifin and Ken Wisenhunt. Bruce Arians was there 5 years. And this is the year when the Kyler Murray experiment needs to come to fruition. And if it doesn't happen, it's not going to be anyone's fault but the coach who's responsible for getting the most out of Murray. And just some of the things that were said throughout the offseason by guys like GM Steve Kahn, by Murray, who's clearly getting frustrated by not getting to the postseason. I think if it doesn't happen, that's when job number one in Arizona becomes finding the right coach to build the perfect offense around Kyler Murray.
Give me some more hot seats. What do you think?
Well, I think in Minnesota, where Mike Zimmer is setting the stage to be on the hot seat by saying, I think we have a pretty good team. Now we just have to go out and prove it. Rick Spielman, the guy who built the team, is probably very appreciative of that because maybe that means he doesn't get fired if they fail to make it to the playoffs. But they have a weird vibe around them because of the offense. The offense feels like it's fallen off a bit. Now, we didn't see any Dalvin Cook in the preseason, but if that offense doesn't produce at a high level, it's going to be very difficult for them to get to the postseason. And if they fail to make it to the playoffs for 2 straight years, I think Zimmer could be in significant trouble. Beyond that, it's just going to go. I mean, other than Kingsbury and Zimmer, who out there has? I mean, would Mike McCarthy be gone in Dallas? I don't know that they'd fire him after 2 years. Zach Taylor in Cincinnati, easy pick for the hot seat. If he's got guaranteed money in his contract for 2022, Bengals don't fire people and pay them. They want their coaches to work. And Jerry Jones is the same way. It's probably the only thing he has in common with Mike Brown. He doesn't like to pay coaches to not work either. And that guaranteed money for either McCarthy or Taylor beyond this year could help save them. But, we see it every year. I mean, there's going to be bad teams. Everybody's optimistic now. Glasses half full everywhere. Everybody's 0-0. Everybody's got a chance. At the end of the day, every team that's good, that means there's going to be a team that's bad. And, we see it. We saw, 7 last year? It's amazing, the turnover. But, you either win or you're done, and you don't have many chances. And John Gruden should be on the hot seat in Las Vegas, but he's not because Mark Davis isn't going to fire him. Mike Mayock will be gone, I think, if they don't make the playoffs. But Mark Davis is going to keep John Gruden indefinitely into the future.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.